Hello, monkey. Ugh, what a day. So let's now go back into programming. Where was I? I implemented some parts of the round calculation, which is here. All this is not important, can be deleted. I need to be sure that everything's fine though. Oh yeah, we left at this part where we actually have to choose who's faster and then set them as first or second competitor. I was thinking about other things too, because this has some implications. Hello, Phil. Now the round start, that doesn't matter. Like which competitor starts first, that can be determined here, and that's fine. But if we are looking at speeds, now things get a little more complicated. Because what if the first competitor had a harasser attack which slows down someone? What if now the speeds are so different that the orders would be different too? Does it matter? Do I need to recheck the speeds of orblings after the first round, just to be sure? Or is round checking not that important? Might see. I guess it doesn't matter. This speed was only important for the competitor round. We don't need to look at the speed when the actual round begins. I think I was a little overzealous here. So was this all for nothing? I guess it's really not that important. Interesting. Makes it way easier. So when we actually have to look at the order which opening has to start, we just look at the overrides and that's it. Like, not this override, the order override, which comes from this thing. So do we save this into a ordered array then? Nice. I think we should do the calculation after the round is actually beginning for that competitor. So okay. The important part is this. And then everything what was happened here is really not important anymore when this is compared. So do we just need two competitors here, which is first and second? You could also just put them into an array. It really doesn't matter. So, if battle competitor 1 speed is lower than the second one, we should be saying greater. If they are same, what do we do? We should do a random then, right? If competitor 1 speed is greater than the second one, then competitor 1 is first, second one is second. Else if is smaller like this, and if it's the same, then we need to do a random one. How do we do a random? We could just do a bool and then go one or the other. Random bool, and this should do it. All right. Now, of course, this only happens with competitor 1. We have first abilities. Now, here's the actual rework, right? Because we don't want to send in one Orkling after another. We want to have the ARP-links in order, that's true. So in background we will calculate the things one after the other. But after the calculation is done, we just make a representation and everything animates at the same time. Now, how do we do that? We need to get all the front ARP links, look at their order, and put them in an array in which order they would be going. Then we check first ARP link if it has a valid target and use its ability depending on the configured AI. And then we just continue with 2 and 3. And that should be it. This be a function in the competitor instead? I think it should be even. What did we do? Okay, one more thing. No, actually not one more thing. It is still... Oh, it is. Should this be local? Oh, hello! Yeah, I also always drink something, but not a coffee. Right now it's tea, but the moment it gets hotter again, I will switch to something else. I'm contemplating if this should be a local or... just a normal variable. Because we might need to work with this. Maybe not. No, I think this is fine. We should just do it in front of the actual function to check if an Orpling just died or not. It should be self. Probably don't even need this. Or maybe we do need it, never mind. But how are you doing, Carva? That's good to hear. Oh, will you look at that? This was already a problem. When we did it here. This is not correct. Oh no. Good thing we are reworking on this. Yeah. Alright, looking good. So now instead of using these functions, we just go and do this. And now these are like deprecated. Not only deprecated, we can even just delete these safely. But this needs a renaming. Calculates competitors' speeds, and it's more like speed. And the orders, that's not true anymore. The order will be different anyway. So competitor speed, that's the only thing. Hello Ark! Welcome, welcome! How are you? I'm doing Fab. Fab is in Epic Games Fab or Fabulous? How are you today? I love your little monkey. Thank you. Fabulous. That's good to hear. But I'm also good. I'm trying to make my code more correct from yesterday. What am I working on? Generally speaking, a monster collecting RPG. And right now, I'm in the process of reworking my battle system. I already have a game that works kinda like a prototype, very rough pre-production extreme alpha kind of game. I wonder if it works if I press start. Yeah, so I have this game here and I have many things that already work, but they are not good. One thing that I'm now reworking is the battle system. I'm not sure if it's working right now. I think I disabled it. It might be not working right now, but we can test. But I think I disabled it. Let's see. Oh, it still works. Nice. Kinda. Maybe. We'll see. So yeah, I already have a battle system that works. This is not correct. This guy shouldn't materialize, but I'm in the works of reworking everything. My UI is also not working, so I cannot actually fight. So normally there would be a turn-based thing where I can switch the formations and these guys would switch it to the front and have different abilities. But like I said, I'm right now at the process of rewriting the battle. I didn't do the character, this is a commission. The only thing that is a commission in this game. Besides some concept work for monsters. But yeah, sadly the artist that did this is ghosting me currently. I don't know why. I would like to commission them for more work, but seems like they have other things to do or something. But yeah, they made the mesh, and I did the rigging and added the physics, etc. and animations. The animations are really bad, as you can see. It's very, very, very robotic, but I am very happy about the mesh and the texturing, which is not my work, that is. One special thing about my game is you are in these islands and you fight these little swarms of orblings. But we are now in the sky. Maybe you can remember that we came from down there. And if we look up, there are more islands we can visit. There will be more in the sky, but this is like a very, very early stage of the game. And you can see, hey, there's like this slope here, or cliff. We can jump off and then land on the other side. And we can walk on this side and fight other things. But yeah. Right now we are in the long journey of reworking the battle system because it feels extremely slow. It is a turn-based thing, and there are like 3 Orplings versus 3 Orplings, and you can change who is in front. And they fight one after the other and it drags. I want to make that faster now. And I started to rebuild everything from scratch because my old system was also very, very not maintainable anymore, because all my ideas have changed. So I was always putting something on top, and now it really is not good code anymore. So I figured I just redo everything. How about you? What do you do? I assume you're a developer too, since only developers find my stream actually. Yeah, that's what I figured. Okay, I think we are golden here. We will find out if this all works at some point. But for now... yeah, all of this we can actually now remove. Let's remove this. What? This is actually getting... called? Really? By what? Where is this being called? Oh, really? No? Yeah, whatever. There we go. You came up on my For You page. Oh, really? Well, that's interesting. Well, I'm happy that you found me. Okay, I think this calculation is fine. Just does the speed, and then we get the speed, and then we choose who is first. Then would be the part where it would do the evolution, not the first. It should be this guy. And then the first abilities need to begin. Did you draw your monkey avatar? Kinda yes, kinda no. Before this avatar I had a self-drawn one. I also rigged that one, etc. And then a friend helped me rig it a little better. And then there was a tweet that someone was doing a promotional thing where they are making like these characters. And then I applied, they said okay, and they made me this avatar. So the idea of the monkey is mine, but there is an artist that made the art here based on my old avatar, and someone rigged it. So I was very, very lucky for that. I'm currently waiting for more additions to this avatar, but they seem to be very, very busy. Why are all artists that I commissioned always busy? I need things! Where are the not busy artists? My god. The world is not fair, man. Hello, Fifth Function. Well, I paid a lot, okay? And I'm tipping also very, very, very graciously. But still, they're always slumped in work. Or they are burnt out or whatever, because the important artist that does stuff for my game just seems to not show any presence online anymore. Like, I see them on Discord on yellow for a while now, but when I talk to them they usually are green. So I'm not sure if it's a permanent yellow thing, but I also don't see them in their social media posting any personal work, so I'm very, very concerned about them. Leave my head in peace. I see. Yeah, I don't know, I wrote them like 2 messages. One was May 26 and June 6, and both got no answer. I'm always green. I don't think so. I feel like they, as far as vibes go, feel like they are in some kind of stress. I don't know what, but they don't act like they are very happy. Too much money? Now, first opening abilities. I guess we need to this needs to be split into phases too. Caution, flashing lights, flashing lights. Alright, it's over. I got a friend who you can pay beforehand or he will do nothing. What do you mean? Isn't that the standard way? You just pay and then wait? I never saw an artist work before money. Oh, he's the reverse. I see. He had to burn some bridges before finding that out. What exactly? Oh, I see. Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, I mean, if you take money, then of course you should deliver at some point. And depending on some people, some might be not as patient as others. I'm very patient if I know that the person is actually very skilled and can deliver. I can wait for a very long time. But yeah, if you just take money and then do nothing, yeah, that's not good. I think I have one commission where I paid like 50 bucks for a 3D object, and yeah, that guy just scammed me, I think. Never heard from them ever again. But yeah, for 50 bucks, what would I expect, right? So first, we need to order, then a pre-calculation, which tells us what Orpling actually does what. Meaning they also need like this thing also needs to be in parts. So ordering is easy. This needs to be cut into different parts and then handle animations. These three things need to be taken care of. Had an ex who took bunch of commissions that she never finished and would go absolute mental when people would question her. Oh my god, I hate those people. Like, great, you are maybe in money problems, but maybe you should also finish the work you're doing. Like, what the hell? Like, if you're getting money and then the commission waited for a year, bro, maybe you're the problem. But in the end, maybe if you are taking commissions, you should maybe talk about some deadlines too. I usually don't have a pressure, so I don't talk about deadlines. But if I see that I get time problems with many artists, I will probably also start with talking about deadlines before I do a commission. But then again, I would not know how to enforce anything, right? Like, I'm not a company, I don't have a lawyer. How does these things go? Oh well. Be right back, guys. Laggy stream? I don't know. My frames say there are no dropped ones. Or actually, yes, there are like some dropped frames there. I don't know. We will find out. Be right back. Alright, I'm back. Who's still here? Oh, so many text messages. Oh my god, so many! I never had that before. Let me read everything. Oh god. Oh, so much! No, actually there is not much. Oh my god. It's like just 5 messages and I'm like, ugh. "10 FPS for a moment." Could be. The lost frames stayed the same, so it's fine I think now. Talking about very... What photograph guy? Thank you! Anyway, I got another cup of tea. If you have a can, or do you call it a can? A pot. And there's tea in it. Do you call it a pot of tea? I got a pot of tea. Do you say that? Why is that question mark? Pot full of tea? Cup full of tea? I don't know, you tell me. I'm not British. I can say German sayings in English. Interest not the bean, for instance. If you have pot that is made of, or specifically to brew tea, that's a teapot. Neither am I. Question is... Well, I don't have a pot of tea. I have a cup of tea. Now, should this be in this again? We need to find out the order of the Arblings. Why did I ask then? Because I'm monkey. Speaking of which, you guys still didn't find out what's on my desk. Bananas, excuse me? It's 2026 and you guys assume I have bananas? A pot of bananas. Is this something normal in your circle? Fifth function? You did actually guess what it is? I can afford bananas! I would rather have grape tea. Not banana tea. Excuse me. Oh yeah, what did you guess then, huh? Never hear it? Ha. MTG? Magic the Gathering? No, I don't play that. Grape tea is called wine, and that's where you are wrong. You're just wrong. Yeah, no, it's not a deck of cards. Something like this. You did win nothing because it's still wrong. Talking about something special. A special object, not any object. Hot tea. Well, I'm not doing anything with that object, it just is there. If I would do anything with it, you would be able to guess what I'm doing with it. Do you want to guess what I'm doing with it? Rubik's Cube? No, actually. Looking at it, I usually don't look at it, actually. That's funny. It's right there, but I usually never look at it. A mirror? What do you mean, mirror? No, it's not a mirror. Why is it called front and not front? Okay, does the object that you neither are looking at or holding have actual meaningful purpose? Define meaningful purpose. Meaningful purpose to me? It's something you like but don't look at. It has a function but not one you use. It's not electronic and made of parts. There is a wrong assumption in that sentence. It's something that other people have but not normally on a table. Correct. And I mean, not correct, but correct. Shoes? Nope. Nope. Clearly it was shoes. No. 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 I want to say a 3D print or something, but how has that got a function you are not using? I mean, it isn't. Like I said, the top sentence and the next sentence have wrong assumptions in that. Cookie jar, no. Man, my tea is so hot. Ah! I burnt my tongue. Ow. Grape jar? Is there a grape jar? If there was a grape jar, I would own it. And I don't own a grape jar. Pickle jar? What do you think I am? I'm not a messy. Well, maybe I am, but not that messy. Banana jar? Ugh. I once made what is it called? I made liquor out of banana. I don't diss on pickles, but they should not be on your desk. Like, okay, you ate them and then you put them away. What type of monkey doesn't like bananas? A monkey that has taste. One of those leaf glass bowls that every German has. Well, I have one that's in the kitchen though. A hat? No. Ha! What do you know? I do have taste buds. And I think bananas are mid. I mean, if you combine it with other things, that's another thing, but just banana in itself, it's not like I will eat bananas every day. I didn't say I dislike bananas. I don't love them. Do you guys love bananas? You guys are crazy. Yeah, but there are fruits that are better than bananas. I don't love bananas because I can't eat them. Skill issue. Like, if you're talking banana split, hell yeah. Yeah, nah, that's still skill issue. Monkey has spoken. Huge pain isn't fun. Tell that the masochistic people on this earth. You guys suck at guessing. Nope. Not at all. Well, excuse you, but that object is a simple thing. There's not much that I can, how to say, misdescribe. I mean, I'm not describing, you guys are describing, and I say yes or no. And like I said, in the top assumptions, there was an error. No, I'm telling you guys that you are lacking visualization. I'm perfect. Is it round? Yes. Is it elongated? Elongated? What is that? Elongated. No, it's not. A rock. I wouldn't consider it to be a rock. A starched round? What do you mean starched? You would not, or is it not? I mean, what is the definition of a rock? I would say no, it's not a rock. Is it symmetrical? Yes. A teacup? No. You did not nail it. Not even close. All right, say hello to the dog from the monkey. Is it something that was made? Yes. Is it everyday item? No. Mass produced? I would say yes. Probably. But maybe not. Like, I don't... Why would it be mass-produced? It's probably mass-produced as in machinery. No, not a grenade safety pin ring. Could you buy one online? Now that's a good question, because I don't know if you can. Probably can if you go to the right site. Pretty sure you can. It would be odd not to be able to buy this if you know where to look for. It would be very, very strange to buy it, by the way. But you can probably buy it. So, made by some individual, not on like Amazon or something, no. That's a clear no. So not made by an individual, correct. A butt plug? Nope. Is it made of like clay or something? Yeah, I think. Not a cup! How many times? My answer is vague in that sense. Like you said, is it out of clay? And it's not a definite yes, because it's not exactly true. Has it got a handle? No. Do you hold it? You mean, can I hold it or do I hold it? I can hold it, I don't hold it. No, not like a cup. Fucking hell. And I don't hold it like a cup either. Because you cannot hold it like a cup. Yes, it does fit in my hand. Are you asking ChatGPT to ask me questions? I only need one hand. Is it smooth? Yes. I'm just describing a cup to see where that gets me. Well, it got to you pretty far. Is it shiny? Yes. It has matte parts. It's both. I don't think this will help you though. Is it the size of a fist? No. Bigger? No. Smaller? I mean, what else can it be? Yes, it is smaller. Heavier than it looks. Let me get it. I didn't handle it for a long time now. Yes. Actually heavier than it looks. And don't mind the sounds, because it is between some other objects, so to get it out there I needed to empty something. But it is here now. That sounds like paper. Well, it isn't. Or tinfoil. No. Like I said, it was between other objects, and getting it out made a different sound than it would normally do. The sound it makes when I drop it on my table is this. Is it something that moves? Define move. A pen? No. Like a lava lamp or spinner or one of them duck things that drink water? Nope. They have animation to them. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Nope, 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 nope. Nope, 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 nope. Nope, nope. How do I exchange something at a given point? It's not insert, or is it insert? Insert item at a given index into the array. Does it mean it moves other things around? Set array element, there we go. Metal, no. And it's not made of parts? Correct. Well, you are lacking some key information. You guys are not asking the right questions. You are way too, how to say, too deep in the sauce. You should make some find some truths, some higher level truths. Like, there are some questions you asked which are very good, and there are questions you asked that they're very bad. If you know what I mean. Now, this function does work, but it's extremely messy. Like, reading this little sorter is extremely hard. If you know what a bubble sort is, this is actually just that, like an insert sort, but not a bubble sort, an insert sort. But what this actually does is... Oh, I'm doing it wrong. This is looking at the speed. If the first one is a lower speed than the second one, then do nothing. This is wrong. I want it to be the other way, actually. If the first one is faster, then do nothing. If the first one is slower, then exchange them. And just do until everything's sorted. Well, anime, then I am gonna try do some code. I'm not sure what your sentence means, but I wish you luck with coding. What do you mean, well, anime? Are you calling me anime? Why are you calling me anime? Not my name. I'm not anime. What are you on about? Maybe animated monkey. I was confused if you're watching anime or something, man. What are you on about? And have fun. Whatever you're doing. Everyone is leaving me. This should work. Okay, so we ordered, which means whatever is in here now, local FE to check, is actually ordered by speed. Is this correct though? Why did I do this? This makes no sense. Oh, this is really bad what I just did. Because this makes no sense. Oh man. I think we should make some kind of linkage here where this index is set to the ARP link. I could maybe put that into a variable inside the thing. Do we already have that? We have our order speed override. That's different, no? Hmm. There we go. So, if there is no order, we just shuffle the checklist and then set it to front ordered FE. That's one. Now we need to find out how many ones we have in this list. Is there a function for arrays to count how many things there are? Or do I need to count them manually myself? I guess I have to do it myself. Let's make it differently. Damn. Oh, hello Dale. Sorry, I didn't pay attention to the chat. Are you still there? You know, I'm coming up with the blueprint layout. It feels like I'm doing so much research in what would be technically feasible for a space mining colony on a planet. Right now, I'm looking at what happens in a vacuum versus not, accounting for that in design and facility. Well, I wish you good luck. Okay, I would need a map of maps to make this feasible. How can I do this more elegantly? Maybe I should make it so complicated again. It's a better idea to make it a little more readable. This. A single thing of code, you mean single line? Or a single module? Single function? A single thing. What is the smallest thing you can do in Unreal that actually changes something? Well, what's the definition of small? Make a folder. You don't need this. probably don't need this anymore either. By the way, did the code work for the previous multi-case system? I don't know what you mean, but my code did work when we tested it. But we didn't fully test it yet. But the prints did give the answers that I was assuming, if that's what you mean. So if you mean this part, this part, yes, this is doing exactly what I want. We are creating a local array here, and then going through another array with keys and remove these keys from this array, and then use this array to see if it's empty, and then get the first one to then find whatever was there, because we only have like 2 versus 3 in this case. It should work, or it's empty. It's either 2 versus 2 or 2 versus 3. So this works because of this case here. But yeah, this very strange contraption works. Alright, Leo, good luck. See you next time. So if we have 0 in 1 and 0 in 2, which means the third one has all 3. No, that's not true. It could be 1, 2, or 3. So we have to take special care. But whenever we see a 3 in there, can always go up there. Maybe this should be a function. I would always need an array that does not contain anything from here in there. I need to work with sets. like this. Why is there now a pop-up window always? Ah, this won't work. Because we are actually overwriting. Okay, whatever happens, this part is completely true if this append works. Like in my brain, I compiled it. It works. Almost made a big oopsie here. Actually, the shuffle needs to happen beforehand. Because this needs to be random. Or else it will be always left, middle, or right. Probably don't need to do this then, because we already shuffled once. Now, is shuffle correct? Probably is correct because we don't care about the actual speed. Thinking of, is the speed calculation correct? You're missing something here. Yes, this is correct. So if the one that we are checking is slower, then its value needs to be overwritten for this guy. Else the guy can have his own speed. Yes, that's how it goes. And only if they are not the same. If they are the same, we already have a speed for them. If there are two of these, then the lowest speed. The other one is fine. But the ones we are checking don't get changed, but the only one that is possible will get overwritten by the slower one of these two. And if three are there, then yeah, we don't care. So yes, this should work. Let's continue. Or should I continue? It is already time and there's so much more to do. Where are we finished here? If we have two from order 2, then we have to remove it from the checklists. This is wrong. No, this is correct. You have to check, is the override 3 empty? If yes, that means the other one cannot be order 1 or order 3, and it's not order 2 because it is removed from there, from the check, which means the check one needs to be in front. And then we shuffle the order 3, and then we need to append it into it. Why do we shuffle 2 though? 3. We should shuffle 2. And then append it in there. Now this works. Hopefully. But what if order 3 is not empty? Then all we need to do is shuffle first. Set this as this, and then just add whatever is in check if it's not empty into this thing. There can be only one. And if it's empty, we do nothing. So this is also done. If there's order 2 and there's 0 order 1, we need to remove it from the checklists. That's for sure. Now we have to find out how many of the order 3 there are. It can be 1 or 2. It could be also 0. In this case. If 0, that means there's only 1 order 2, which means we shuffle the check and then add the order into this guy. If there is 1 order 1 and 1 order 2, 1 order 1 no, 1 order 2 and 1 order 3, that means first the check needs to be in the normal array. So check needs to be in there. There's only 1 element in here. It could be empty too though. Okay, so we take just this. Okay. Then we already assured the other 2 are existing. Then order 2 needs to go in. And then order 3 needs to go in. Okay. I wonder if I can make this simpler or more readable. So we have order 2. 1 is existing. Order 3, 2 are existing. Which means order 1 needs to be, order 2 needs to be in. And then we shuffle this third one and add it in there. Append it. like this. Okay, so we did all of this. Now we have to do a big tree from here again. This is bad, man. Just to check all of this. Could make micro functions out of these. Could call this shuffle and append into. Maybe it's better to do it like this. So if there is 1, there there can be 2, can be also 0. If 1, 0, two is possible, 1 is possible, 0 is also possible though. If 1, 1, 2 is not possible anymore. But I guess we don't have to do that. Like that for now. Two is pretty simple. If there are two number ones, we just shuffle the number one and then append whatever exists. And that can be just the checker, actually. So let's do that. So checker for each. No. Remove item. And then all we do is set override in there. And then just append whatever's in checker into here. Could be empty, but we don't care. Like this. So 2 is also done now. So if we have 1 order 1, 0 order 2, 0 order 3, that would mean we just set order 1 inside the front like this. And shuffle add whatever is in the other. Like this. If there's 1 and 1 order 3, well, this is where it's getting interesting now. I should also do whatever is in here. I think the remove thing is very important. That works. Yeah, I handled it. That's good. Monkey's lost in sauce. Good. Only 2 more cases. They can cascade. So if we have order 1, order 2, then order 3 can be 0 or nothing. But it really doesn't matter. We just add it at the back. So all we do is get this and get this. and then append whatever the checker is. I should handle that. Only one left. If we have one override 1 and 2 override 2, there is nothing else possible anymore. Which means we get the first one, put it in, and then shuffle the rest into it. And voila, we're done. Oh my god. This is a very big tree. Let's see if we can get some kind of logic into this. I'm sure there must be a bug in here somewhere. But yeah, good luck finding that one. That's the last one. And this all only works if there are only 3 front ARP links, that is. But yeah, I mean, whatever. Here it is. This is the function that determines which ARP link to start. Does it make sense though? I shuffle. But instead I should actually order by speed. Or should I? Huh. Should I shuffle by speed or by randomness? So this, if I go for speed, all of this needs a retouch. Whenever we do a full shuffle here, this is not good. It's just funny because you can't tell who is first, and if you don't say that, the fastest ARP link starts always. In more complicated terms, if you set something with 2 orders, like set 2 ARP links at order 1, whoever is faster in that round is first in that category. Which means if the enemy like does some crazy shit on you, it can manipulate which ARP link starts. But I mean, that's not controllable, of course, but that would be the consequence if I don't do it randomly. Which is probably the way to go. Just the shuffle is not good then. How can I change that? I would need a function that says order by speed. I guess if I just change this function, many things already would work, and then I just need to go to any shuffle like here and say that they need to be ordered, and there's actually only one shuffle here, which is this one. This could be also shuffle and append, actually. If we just append into an empty one, it's fine. Yeah, this works. So okay, if I changed this function instead of being shuffle to order by speed to whatever this array would be, then this would work, I think. So in that regard, this function is very, very good maintainable, because I would only change one thing in this function and it would do what I want. What a complicated thing. But it does what it does. I am pretty sure of that. So how do we shuffle by speed? I could make it very inefficient. By selecting the smallest pair for each and then do a while loop until this thing is empty. While not empty. So this would do a speed order. Set it as a local array. Do a while loop. While it's not empty, we set the first element into the local new lowest, and then go through the array. If this array has only one, we go out, of course. We remove the lowest, which makes it empty, and add it into whatever. We should not call this local lowest, it should be local new highest. Then we check the first to check element, which is like the second element, with the saved first element. If the now to check is bigger than the local variable, then the local variable is getting is changed by the loop elements. And in the end, we get the highest value and add it into the order. Yeah, this would work. This isn't called shuffle anymore. Add fastest element by order into ordered FE array. Front. Something like that. And this array can right now be 0, which is not probable, but a maximum of 2. Not even 3. Or no, 3 is also possible at start, or if 3 are a manual class. Okay, here we go. We are done. This should now put them in order. Okay, I think I'm done here. Which now means maybe we should put these into their own category. Compare to the round order, round order, Orpling round order. Like this. This goes in there. Good. And then battle controller. If I'm here, I don't know if I need to do it here, but I think I need to do it here. I can now say determine front fighting entity order. And then this will create the front order FE, which we then can get ordered FE, and then we can say for each and then do whatever with the abilities or something. Alright, I think next time we have to think about ability containers and data. But for today I am done. I am not sure how I'm going to be able to test this fully, but that's Future Monkey's problem, I would say. Right, this thing, looks spaghetti, it's not spaghetti. Everything does something else here. This would be simple if I wouldn't have the wildcard of 0 order, which is like, it can be anywhere. If there's a 1, that has priority. If there's a 3, it has lowest priority, which means the wildcard is behind the 1, but in front of 3. And then there's the order 2, which means the wildcard can be in front or in the back of that one. Can it? If we have a wildcard, does it start in front or behind? So if this is 0 and then this is 1, what do we do? And this is also 0. Right now I'm just putting them in front. So if I say priority 1, then they are faster. But if I say priority 2, it handles them like a priority 3. Is that what I wanted? Like, is this the same as this right now? Remove. Seems to be the same. Yeah, they are equivalent right now. Would you do it too, like that? Excuse me. Does that make sense? So right now the priority is like this. Anything that is in 1, anything that has no priority, 2 and 3. This is how it goes. Does this make sense? In my head it makes sense, it just looks weird. If I tell an Orpling to be the first one, I say 1. If I tell them I don't care, then the fastest one just goes in. If I say you should be the second in row, then anything that has no order comes in front of it. Same with the third one. In my head it makes sense. This is just the reversed one of this or this. This shuffles in and then puts the rest. And this puts the rest and then shuffles in. Yeah, I think this is logically sound, even though it's not symmetrical. Like the wild card is always left of 3 and right of 1. But if you look at symmetry, the wild card to be left of 2 is funny. It could be also on the right. I could, of course, be very autistic and implement it in a way that it's randomly on the left or right of the second one. But I think that's stupid, right? Who would want that? Is this something that anyone would want? If you say order 2 and then you have a wild card, the wild card could be on the left or on the right of the second one because they are equivalent. Does it make sense? Huh. I guess if we are funny at some point, I could implement that. But in my head, it doesn't seem to be feasible. Like, why would you want priority 2 and a wild card to then be considered like the same, but not really? And at that point, why do you have a round 2 anyway, if everything is 2? That's funny. Maybe this is how it is. Maybe everything is as a standard an order of 2, and I don't have a wild card. This is maybe something to think about here. So everything is a 2. That would also make my function easier. I think we should look into this one more time tomorrow and eliminate the wild card. Without the wild card, it's just 3 times the 2 at the beginning. It could be 3 times the 1, 2, whatever, as a default. Yeah. And then all I have to do is just, because we don't have wildcards anymore, I just append these 3 behind each other, and that's it. Yeah, then we can like skip all of this. We can remove all of this and then we just do this. We don't care. We just go 1, 2, and 3 and then append them into it. Like this. Append. Append. And this would just do the same thing as this whole big tree. This thing. Excuse me. Wow, I wasted so much time to just come to the conclusion that this is bullshit. And this would just do it. Which means we have to where is this struct? Is it in here? Is it in here? Front entity order, this one. Default value needs to be 2 now. Save. And then now how do we shuffle? I guess we have to shuffle all 3 of these, like not shuffle but the fastest, into their order and then append them one by one, which this already does, no? So instead of doing all of this crap here, just take this. We don't need the local FE to check anymore. Because now they will always be either one of these. Current order. Default. Yeah, we don't even need this anymore. This can be deleted. And then we don't need this anymore. Just need this. 3 times. Good thing I was playing around with this to understand that my problem is actually way simpler than I thought. Ta-da! Isn't that frustrating? Looking how much brain power I invested in this, to then look at this to find out, hey, what if I made this symmetrical? Finding out that the wildcard is actually the same as the category 2, to then understand if the wildcard is gone, all this problem is gone, which reduces it to this. God damn it, man. Maybe that's my thumbnail. This versus this. Oh well. Phil, lurkers, thanks for tuning in. Everyone, thanks for watching. Thanks for the support. And I will see you guys next time. Bye bye, monkey.